शो में आपका स्वागत है। मेरा नाम है राजीव कुमार बजाज और हर बार की तरह एक नई लोकेशन से आज हम यहाँ पर हैं बेंगलोर में एट द आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग आश्रम along with His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar himself. Thank you so much sir for seeing us. Thank you so much. Real pleasure.
अच्छा, आपको गर्मी नहीं लग रही है यहाँ पर? इतना
आपके साथ हूँ सर।
यहाँ पर
सर आपके साथ हूँ। इतनी ठंडक आ रही है कि मतलब सब ठीक ठाक हो रहा है। But anyway, no, I usually don't feel hot. लेकिन ये बताएं, as far as this place is concerned, we were talking earlier before the camera started rolling. It's almost like, you know, one of those enchanted groves that you have.
Mystical लगता है क्या?
जी, वो was it designed in that particular manner? क्योंकि वो flames की भी representation है ऊपर और वो was that designed like that?
या ध्यान के लिए शाम को लोग बैठ के ध्यान करेंगे, खुला आसमान और खुली जगह पर प्राणायाम ध्यान वगैरह करने के लिए बहुत ठीक लगता है।
क्या बात है सर, really lovely. And यहाँ पर पहले आपने शुरुआत यहाँ से की?
हाँ हाँ।
और उसके बाद
अब ये बहुत छोटा पड़ गया तो दूसरे पीछे की तरफ वहाँ बैठते करते हैं सब।
But when you chose this place, did you choose it yourself? खुद आकर के? Was there a particular reason why you chose this?
या कोई रीजन ऐसी नहीं है। बढ़िया, आप देखिए वातावरण बढ़िया है चारों।
This is very beautiful.
और यहाँ पर
really.
इट्स वेरी ब्यूटीफुल एंड ऑल्सो यहाँ पर कई ऋषि मुनियों ने पहले ध्यान किया, तपस्या की है, तो वो भी एक इतिहास है।
जी। और रविशंकर जी, ये मैं आपसे पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि मैं ये प्रश्न जो है आपकी छोटी बहन जो है उनसे हमने पूछा था। उनसे हमने ये पूछा था कि वो, जहाँ तक आपका प्रश्न है, आप शुरू से ही ऐसे थे कि पहले जब आप बच्चे हुआ करते तब नटखट हुआ करते थे, कुछ हंसी खेल
नटखट
कुछ
तो बहुत है, हम अभी भी हूँ मैं। वो तो नहीं छूटा हमसे।
मतलब
मैं और एनकरेज भी करता हूँ सब बच्चों को, थोड़ा मिस्चीफस रहना जरूरी है। वो जॉय का एक्सप्रेशन है, खुशी की एक्सप्रेशन और नटखटपन में निकलता है।
और आप किस किस्म की
और आध्यात्मिक और आध्यात्मिकता और नटखट हिंदुस्तान में तो बहुत करीब है, और देशों में और संप्रदायों में शायद ना भी हो। यहाँ तो श्री कृष्ण के साथ, श्री राम जी के साथ तो जुड़ा ही है। आप
जब छोटे थे कभी ना कभी छोटे रहे होंगे आप बचपन में?
अभी भी मैं छोटा ही हूँ।
दुरुस्त बात है। I agree. My apologies. I shouldn't have said that, right?
No,
लेकिन जब आप 5-6 साल के थे, 10 साल के थे, तब आप कोई ना कोई उल्टी सीधी हरकत जरूर किया करते होंगे। जरूर
हरकत जरूर करते थे, मगर ऐसा नहीं जिससे किसी को दुख या दर्द पहुंचा, ऐसा नहीं।
मतलब घर में कभी डांट नहीं पड़ी आपको आज तक कभी? Is what you're saying?
हाँ, माँ तो डांटती थी, वो तो।
आज तक कभी मार भी पड़ी कभी?
जिनको अधिकार होता है तो उनसे डांट खाते हैं, मार नहीं पड़ता।
You never got hit. No. Don't you know what you missed? Don't you realize what you've missed? You missed an entire childhood.
I don't think so. No, in my childhood गुस्सा तो करती थी माँ, तो डांट तो पड़ती थी रोज, गुस्से नहीं, मगर मार खाने जैसे कुछ नहीं था। हम काफी सेंसिटिव
अभी भी हैं।
हाँ अभी।
Right. Now you know what? When a child is growing up, जब भी कोई बच्चा मतलब बड़ा हो रहा होता है तो उसके मन में बड़े अलग अलग ख्याल आते हैं। ख्याल ऐसे आते हैं कि भाई बड़ा होकर के मैं सुनील गावस्कर बनूंगा,
ये बनूं, वो बनूंगा, कोई मूवी एक्टर बन जाऊं,
रॉड लेवर,
कुछ और बनाऊं,
you know, Harrison Ford, रॉड लेवर, जॉन वेन,
गाड़ियां सब रख लो। मेरे ऐसी कोई शौक नहीं थी, ऐसी कोई शौक नहीं।
Did you ever watch a movie when you were a kid?
Movies, yes.
Which was the first movie that you watched?
I can't
do you
say
remember
no, which one the first. I haven't watched many movies. Of course, पौराणिक movies तो बहुत watch करते थे, और अंग्रेजी का भी, हिंदी समझ में नहीं आती थी उन दिनों में, फिर भी हिंदी का मूवी चले जाते थे। वो सब तो
याद है कौन सी सबसे पहली हिंदी पिक्चर देखी आपने, या कोई भी हिंदी पिक्चर का नाम याद हो अभी?
हिंदी पिक्चर का हम वो सर्कस का एक था, वो
मेरा नाम
जोकर,
राज कपूर's film. You watched मेरा नाम जोकर?
I have seen, yes.
Wow.
And वो भी देखा, दोस्ती, संगम, इस तरह से कई तो देखा है।
So you are a Raj Kapoor fan? दोस्ती, संगम, मेरा नाम जोकर, माशाल्लाह, क्या बात है।
ऐसा किसी का फैन ऐसा नहीं हूँ मैं।
But that's really very, very interesting because the one thing that we've
मुझे
seen.
ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट करता है साइंस जो
Okay.
है ना साइंस
Right.
और स्टार गेजिंग एक्चुअली पर्दे में तारे देखना इतना मेरे को शौक नहीं था जितने वैसे स्टार गेजिंग
मतलब आसमान में तारे आप ज्यादा देखा करते थे.
ज़्यादा वो हाँ उसमें मुझे ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट एस्ट्रोनॉमी एस्ट्रोलॉजी इसमें
You actually did physics, isn't it?
फिजिक्स करेक्ट
Right. And how did the interest in astronomy develop? What did you do? You read something about Nicolaus Copernicus, about Johannes Kepler,
No,
what? Or you just looked at the stars and you started off from
yes it was so natural to me to interest in physics, interest in the nature. और वैदिक हमारे वैदिक स्क्रिप्चर में भी बहुत सारा इस पर वर्णन
जी
दिखाई दे रहा था
जी.
तो उससे भी काफी इंक्विजिटिव.
So what was your first interaction with the Vedas? How did it happen? Was it something to do with the house? Did somebody in the house introduce you to Vedic studies?
We had one Pandit Sudhakar Chaturvedi, he is an Arya Samajist. उनका प्रवचन हुआ करता था हमारे घर पे. तो
And this was
वो
where?
महात्मा गांधी के बहुत क्लोज थे.
घर मतलब कहाँ?
पिताजी के घर पे. In Bangalore only.
All right.
So he used to be giving eloquent talk on various topics, and he was a very close associate of Mahatma Gandhi. उनके साथ रहते थे महात्मा गांधी के बहुत समय तक. तो इस तरह से बचपन से हमें भगवत गीता में बहुत रुचि थी. तो we used to gather the kids and make them do Ramayana, Mahabharata and all that, you know. We used to be director and direct children to do those.
So you used to actually direct the Ram Leela and the Krishna Leela yourself. You used to do that.
Yes, in schools and colleges, you know, we all had these programs.
No, but the other part is a bit more interesting. Now, this is something that our viewers really would like to know. सुधाकर चतुर्वेदी जी जो आर्य समाज के प्रचारक थे और गांधी जी का
उन्होंने हाँ बहुत जैसे उन्होंने कन्नड़ में सारे आर्य समाज के लिटरेचर को उन्होंने कन्नड़ में अनुवाद किया है.
और आर्य समाज का तो वैसे भी था शुरू से ही कि बैक टू द वेदास, दैट वाज द ओरिजिनल. दयानंद सरस्वती जी की बहुत पुरानी कॉल थी कि वापस वेद की तरफ जाएं. सो डिड यू स्टार्ट ऑब्वियसली योर फर्स्ट इंटरेस्ट वुड हैव बीन जी
घर में तो सनातन थे मगर उनका आर्य समाज दोनों का अच्छा ब्लेंड हो गया.
लेकिन जो सबसे पहले आपने कुछ पढ़ा वेदों के बारे में वो कहाँ से पढ़ा?
वो तो मैं ऐसे कॉलेज जब जाते थे साथ साथ कॉलेज स्कूल टाइम से भी थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ते थे.
And did you borrow
as an extracurricular, you know, my main extracurricular activities was the scriptures and.
You never thought that you would, you know, maybe play cricket or go out and play tennis and maybe become Rod Laver?
No, I never. Cricket never interested me.
It still doesn't interest you?
No, it doesn't. 11 people standing and watching, just 2 of them playing, many of them just standing, and I always want to be, you know, a 100% participation in whatever I do. I can't just stand there and watch for a ball to come.
That's it for cricket. Right.
It for cricket.
There goes cricket.
Rather, I enjoyed football more. And,
right, because everybody was playing.
Everybody has a part to play.
The entire team.
Entire team.
And is that what you did in your life as well? You got everybody to participate in whatever you were doing.
Correct.
So when did you deliver your first lecture? Apart from the time when you were a kid and you were directing people to do Ram Leela.
Well, yeah, it was I think when I was 18 or 17, I gave my first talk.
You remember where it was? Do you remember?
In Bangalore.
Right. How did it come about? Did you just get up on stage and start talking to people? Or?
No, as I said, Chaturvedi ji, once he said, today you're going to give a lecture. They just announced my name. And then,
do you remember what you said on that day?
I actually don't remember. I said something about perhaps knowledge only, how to incorporate knowledge in daily life and to keep the spirit of inquiry. That was my main thing, you know. Whether you are an artist or a scientist or a philosopher, whatever, you should have the spirit of inquiry and enthusiasm.
And that obviously related to physics, which you were doing.
Yoga, meditation, as you know, combining physics and meditation, yoga.
Right. So, how did the evolution of the yogic techniques that you've developed, how did that come about? Did it come about, obviously, because you would have had to do a lot of work on it, isn't it? You would have had to study it.
No. It's like a poem, you know, poetry, how it springs up from you. You don't make an effort, sit 20 hours to write a poem. You just sit and relax. And then, you know, when you're in touch with your being, then just a song comes up from you. Same way, I took 10 days of silence, and later on this brought the chords.
That's what you always say. I mean, the trouble is, as far
Before
as
that, I was teaching yoga, meditation, pranayama to so many people. I said, still, there is something to come. Something is going to come, I know. So when,
all right, now my
this-
problem is, as far as the viewers are concerned, you guys, my problem is this. I've never interviewed anybody like him. You know that, all right? So most of the time, I don't even know whether he's laughing at me, laughing at himself, or what is that mischievous smile all about? So you might as well tell us. I mean,
Tell you about what?
in terms of what you've done, do you realize what you've done? You got the whole world connected in some form or the other. And that's a
many
huge,
phenomena
and that's not
happen on-
just an achievement. That's
Many phenomena happen on the planet, and when you have done it, you realize you have just been an instrument for that to happen. If you had asked Newton, he would have said the same thing, you know. The law has been in existence for centuries, for millenniums, but just that name came to Newton because he happened to know it first. Same with every knowledge which is authentic and which is जो भी ज्ञान है ना वो जो दुनिया का
जी,
ज्ञान में ऐसा ही होगा कि हम सब निमित्ती बनते हैं
और वो खुद आता है सामने.
हाँ खुद आते हैं इसको रियलाइज करना पड़ेगा
So,
चाहे अच्छा काम हो बुरा काम हो जो भी आदमी करता है करने के बाद उसको समझ में आता है कि मैं तो सिर्फ एक निमित्त था इसीलिए इस ज्ञान को हमारे यहाँ में ब्रह्म ज्ञान कहा गया है द हाईएस्ट नॉलेज
now,
जिसमें यू आर ए विटनेस फॉर ऑल द फेनोमेनन जो भी हो रहा है उसका हम एक विटनेस साक्षी बने रहते हैं
लेकिन ये ब्रह्म ज्ञान जो है जिसकी आप बात कर रहे हैं वो हर एक में तो आता नहीं है. कोई ना कोई ऐसा शख्स होता है या ऐसी कोई
देखिए हर
शख्सियत
एक
होती है
सितार नहीं बजाते हैं मगर
जी।
बजाने की क्षमता तो है
या सुनने की तो क्षमता है, बजाने की क्षमता ना भी हो.
नहीं सबके 10 उंगली तो होते ही हैं और सीखे तो बजा भी सकते हैं.
But this is a beautiful spot. I really would like our cameraman to take a look at there. This is absolutely lovely. This is out of the world.
हाँ हाँ
बहुत ही खूबसूरत जगह है. आपने
मन
ये
मीठा
कहा
हो तो जग मीठा.
जी, श्री श्री रविशंकर जी, आपने एक चीज कही, छोटी सी चीज आपने कही जब हम लोगों ने शुरू किया था
हाँ.
कि ये वो जगह है कि जहाँ पर पहले भी कई ऋषि मुनि आकर के मेडिटेट कर चुके हैं.
हाँ जी हाँ.
तो वो जरा सी मिस्टीरियस सी बात हो गई, जरा विस्तार से उसको समझाएं. इफ यू कैन जस्ट टेल अस अ लिटिल बिट बिकॉज you just threw, shall we say, a pebble in the pond. If you could just explain that a bit.
वैसे यहाँ की पत्र वगैरह में ताम्र पत्र ताड़ पत्र ये सब इसमें निदर्शन आया है कि यहाँ पर काफ़ी ऋषि मुनि लोग ने तपस्या करी ध्यान किए हैं यहाँ पर. और ये दुर्गा सप्तशती का जो 4था अध्याय है जहाँ देवी ने वर दिया है उसका भी वो स्थान भी यही है ऐसा कहा ऐतिहासिक.
This very spot
this
here.
place is considered that.
The fourth
chapter of Durga
or the
Saptashati.
Durga Saptashati.
हाँ हाँ.
Oh my God.
देवताओं को जो वर
So-
दिया है वो
so
स्थान है.
effectively,
मगर देखिए स्थान का जो भी है महत्व उससे ज्यादा अधिक महत्व है हमारे अपने एटीट्यूड पर. हम जिस जगह को पवित्र मानते हैं वो पवित्र हो जाता है. मान्य भर है कोई गंगा जी को सिर्फ गंगा जल समझता है तो
जी।
उसको उसका कोई असर नहीं पड़ता मगर जो एक भाव से आके गंगा जी को लेता है वो गंगा जी कहता है तो फिर उसमें वो भाव से हमारे भाव से हमको वो एक वातावरण निर्माण होने लगता हमारे
जी.
चारों ओर.
और हम अपने दर्शकों को बता दें कि जिनको अभी तक मालूम नहीं है कि जहाँ तक श्री श्री रविशंकर जी का प्रश्न है और जहाँ तक आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग का प्रश्न है यहाँ पर सिर्फ आध्यात्मिक बात ही नहीं होती है. काफ़ी गाँव में अलग अलग जगह पर लोगों को अडॉप्ट किया गया है, पाठशालाएं बनाई गई हैं, स्कूल्स बनाए गए हैं और यहाँ तक कि आपका जो वाटर प्रोजेक्ट था एक दैट इज अ हाउ इज इट गोइंग एट द मोमेंट?
वाटर प्रोजेक्ट बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है. उसके साथ हमारे ये प्रोजेक्ट जो केमिकल फ्री फार्मिंग का है
Organic farming.
Organic farming.
Right.
That has taken up very well.
How did that come about? Organic farming. How did that? Because we know
देखिए,
Prince Charles
लोग
has been doing it now for a long time. But
कितनी तरह
जी,
के पेस्टिसाइड से ये सब
जी,
पेस्टिसाइड्स और फर्टिलाइजर्स डाल देते हैं, उसमें कई 50 तरह की अलग अलग बीमारियां पैदा हो सकती हैं और पैसा भी खर्चा होता है और किसान को इतना नुकसान होता है इससे, और जो उससे निकल आता है तो उसको
जी,
फिर वो बेच भी नहीं सकता, उसको पैसा भी नहीं निकल आता, उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट निकल नहीं आता है। तो जब नेचुरल फार्मिंग का हमने शुरू किया, लोगों ने बहुत उससे फायदा उठाया
और जमीन भी खराब हो जाती है।
जमीन भी, हाँ, इससे
The entire the soil itself gets leached.
yes, leached, और उनको वो रिटर्न्स नहीं आते हैं।
जी,
अब जब से ये शुरू किया कि कई गांवों में इसका बहुत अच्छा प्रभाव पड़ा, वो लोग जिनके पास कुछ भी नहीं था, कर्जे में जी रहे थे लोग, वो लोग अभी गाड़ी रखने लगे, टेलीविजन हो गया उनके पास, रेफ्रिजरेटर लेने लगे। इस तरह से उनकी जो इकोनॉमिक आर्थिक परिस्थिति ना बहुत बेहतर हो गई।
wonderful. And the other thing that we've noticed.
वॉर वेटरन्स, आफ्टर वॉर, जब युद्ध के बाद वो लोग ना खा पाए ना सो पाए, ना उनमें इतना तनाव था, उनको जब ये सब प्रोग्राम कराया, सिखाया, तो जीवन में एकदम परिवर्तन आ गया उनका।
So who were the people who actually came in? There were people from the UN forces over there, or the victims of the terror.
Ordinary people of the society came, and then of course UN also, we worked with the UN there, and the ex-military officials from there, they took part in it.
And all of them were suffering
War
from.
veterans, yeah.
All of them were suffering from what was then known as
Post-traumatic.
They were so traumatized. Some of them, couldn't do anything at all. They couldn't function in a day. And I believe the results that you achieved were somewhat miraculous in nature. Is that true?
Yeah, that was very well appreciated. Then Iraq, when we went there, I asked our volunteers, because our building was just few meters away from the Red Cross building when it was bombed. So when the Red Cross left Iraq, I called our volunteers, asked them, are you scared, you want to come back? You know what they said? They said, Guruji, यदि हम भी आ जाएं, यहाँ लोगों को खबर करने वाले कौन होंगे? सब तो चले गए, अब हमारी ज़रूरत यहाँ ज़्यादा है, हम रह के पूरा काम करके आएंगे।
क्या बात है सर,
ये
क्या बात है। हमारे दर्शकों को याद होगा कि इराक में जिन लोगों ने काम किया था आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग सेंटर में, उन लोगों से हमने बातचीत की थी और तकरीबन यही कुछ उन्होंने कहा था, लेकिन और साथ में उन्होंने एक और भी चीज़ कही थी कि अब वहीं के लोकल लोग जो हैं वो आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग सेंटर चला रहे हैं।
अभी वहीं के लोग चला रहे हैं, 10 टीचर्स हमारे वहाँ लोकल अभी बन रहे हैं।
And you have a lot of American Marines and a lot of American troopers coming over there and attending the art of living course.
हाँ, वो ज़्यादा लोकल लोग ज़्यादा कर रहे हैं, अमेरिकन ट्रूप्स इतने नहीं कर रहे हैं अभी। Mainly the local people, women, children.
And what about Afghanistan? Tell us, how did that come out? In a similar manner?
हाँ, उधर भी हमारे volunteers गए हैं, they are working there.
Even in Afghanistan?
Afghanistan also.
Right.
वहाँ इंटीरियर में जा नहीं पाते, मगर लैंग्वेज का प्रॉब्लम है, but people are managing. It's not as big as it should be in Afghanistan, but इराक में चल रहा है अच्छा काम।
रविशंकर जी, ये मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा कि जिस जगह पर हम लोग चल रहे हैं उसका थोड़ा सा वर्णन तो आपने किया, थोड़ी सी आपने एक्सपीरियंस की दी ना। ओवर हियर वी सी वेरियस एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ लॉर्ड शिवा. दिस इज रुद्रा, देन शिवा इन द फॉर्म ऑफ नटराजा, देन यू सी कार्तिकेय, गणपति, पार्वती, एंड you also see सरस्वती in one particular place. So
सारी देवी देवताएं,
मतलब लॉर्ड शिवा की पूरी फैमिली है?
नहीं, सब हैं।
शिव जी की पूरी
शिव जी फैमिली में तो सब कोई है, कृष्णा भी है,
कृष्ण जी भी हैं, देखे हमने, शेषनाग के ऊपर नाचते हुए, कालिया के ऊपर नाचते हुए। तो ये जो पूरा जो डिजाइन था, ये आपने खुद करवाया था? डिड यू गेट इट डन योरसेल्फ और डिड समबडी डू इट फॉर यू? यू जस्ट टोल्ड समबडी प्लीज गेट इट डन?
No, this design, this whole thing, here on each month the sun ray will fall on one of these pillars. That's how it is designed. In the early morning, sunrise, from 14th, 15th, 16th, the 3 दिन जो है of every month, the sun ray will fall on any one of these pillars. So इस हिसाब से राशि का भी लिखा है, देखिए, तो ये तो तुला राशि है, कन्या राशि है, इस तरह से डिजाइन किया।
This is
फिर ये
really
सब मूर्तियाँ भी हिंदुस्तान का ये तो
Please
खूबी है.
remember, this man has studied astronomy. Please remember that. So this
इसका
is
खूबी है कि हिंदुस्तान में सब देवी देवताओं का है, सब मूर्तिकारों को. तो जो लोग आए मूर्ति करने चाहते थे ना, कहा उनको बताया ठीक है बना दो.
Now here-
इस दिशा की जो मूर्ति है उस हिसाब से भी उन लोगों ने रखा है.
Wonderful.
दक्षिण दिशा में दक्षिणा मूर्ति है, उत्तर में दुर्गा है, इस तरह से सब.
Wow, amazing, magnificent. Now, in terms of yourself, how does God appear to you?
परमात्मा तो देखिए इट्स नॉट एन एंटिटी. जिसमें सब कुछ है उसी को हम परमात्मा कहते हैं.
So you are in the presence of God all the time, or you are within God all the time.
There is no choice. उसमें बाहर से बाहर निकल ही नहीं सकता. Nobody has any choice. मैं जानता हूँ और लोग शायद अभी जानते नहीं, बस इतना ही लगता है.
We asked your sister as to what are her feelings towards you, and she of course sang for us very beautifully. She said, I know he is the divine one. Now when people talk like that to you, what is it that you feel?
You know, in our Shastras first say, thou art that, you are that. मगर everything is that. Then comes all this is Brahman. Thou art that, तत्वमसि, ये हमारा क्रीम है, एसेंस ऑफ वेदांत है. तुम वही हो. फिर ये सब कुछ वही है, मगर ये इस यहाँ नहीं रुकना चाहिए. कहाँ तक पहुँचना चाहिए? मैं भी वही, मैं वही, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि.
Aham Brahmasmi. And by the way, that also includes the cricket team. Even though he doesn't like cricket, but ये बताएं श्री रविशंकर जी के हमारे जो नई पीढ़ी जो है, यंग लोग जो हैं, आपके साथ बहुत यंग लोग काम कर रहे हैं, हम देख रहे हैं. You know, when we were talking to a lot of people, very enthusiastic people, and all of them, they all have this very tranquil, whatever, expression on their face. But what is your message for young people? What do you think they ought to be doing?
Broaden your vision and deepen your roots.
All right.
And have some originality, be creative, you know. Often our youngsters are just copying what somebody else does it.
You were saying broaden your vision and deepen your roots. Now, what does that mean?
You know, you need to learn from everywhere, but don't try to just copy things from other people. Our youths have a tendency to just copy, idealize somebody and then copy everything, whether dress or speaking, the style and food. I want our youths to keep some originality with them. And they should not discard anything in the planet saying this is old or is no good, and take something from the old, from the ancient, and also adopt the modern. That's why I said deepen your roots and broaden your vision.
In terms of knowledge, in terms of seeking after knowledge, what is it that they should be doing?
They should go into our sciences of Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, and take interest in Sanskrit, in ancient literatures, and do more research work, research-oriented mind.
There's a huge interest, rather, there's been a huge interest now in Ayurveda and in Vedic mathematics.
Yes.
And in Vedic astronomy. And now people are amazed at the kind of things that you can actually do with Vedic mathematics. I mean, the most complicated calculations.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Why do we have to ignore, neglect something that's been part of this planet, part of the country for so long, centuries?
Now, as far as you yourself are concerned, you have not just disciples, you have friends, you have loyalists, you have people who adore you, people who worship you all over the place. And they're in very, very influential positions as well. In terms of a revival of Vedic studies, why is it that still that the amount of popularity that it should have, why has it?
It is coming. Now, see, yoga has become so popular in the last few years. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when we started outside India, yoga was a taboo. People who do yoga were not a mainstream people. You would never have found an advertisement with somebody doing meditation or yoga. But today, you see, shift has happened. The change has happened. Today, what 35, 38 million people are practicing yoga in America alone.
Right.
So it's a big number. And there is a huge increase in interest towards spiritual knowledge, spiritual studies.
Well, I suppose it all.
You see book like Yoga Vasishta and all.
जी.
इसको ये मैट्रिक वगैरह हमने सुना मूवी जो बना है इसके आधार पे बना है. हमारे देश में लोगों को पता भी नहीं है कि योग वशिष्ठ करके एक किताब भी है. तो इसलिए मैं कहता हूँ ये योग वशिष्ठ हो या पातंजलि योग सूत्र हो, इस तरह से जो किताबें हैं जिसमें जो गहराई की बात है इसको हमें प्रमोट करना चाहिए, लोगों को पढ़ना चाहिए, जानकारी इसका लेना चाहिए.
यहाँ पर मैं आपसे एक और चीज पूछता हूँ. Now this has been our experience. Now obviously you could throw some light on this because you are there, you are directly involved in all this. You know, हिंदुस्तान में लोग प्रवचन सुनने आते हैं, बड़ी बड़ी तादाद में आते हैं, लाखों लोग आ जाते हैं और आपको सुनते हैं, आप जैसे कई अन्य लोग हैं उनको भी सुनते हैं और घर में जाके वहां जो कुछ किया सुकून ले लिया, घर में जाके फिर वापस उसी रूटीन में, लेकिन उसको अपनी
जीवन में नहीं उतार,
डेली लाइफ में आज तक कभी किसी ने किया नहीं.
इसीलिए तो ये आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग शिविर बना है. लोगों की यही शिकायत थी, हम तो सब सुनते हैं, बातें सब ठीक है मगर जीवन में उतरती नहीं है. हम 20-20 साल सत्संग करते करते आए हैं मगर जीवन में कुछ उतरता नहीं है, ये बोलते आए हैं लोग. इसीलिए जो छोटे छोटे टेक्निक है जो उनको अपने मन को थामने के लिए, संभालने के लिए उन सबको इकट्ठा करके हमने आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग, एक जीवन जीने की कला करे शिविर बनाया. इसमें चाहे जो भी आपकी मान्यता हो, चाहे किसी भी धर्म के आप फॉलोअर्स हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
That is the most important thing.
अपना जीवन को कैसे संभाल, मन को कैसे संभालो, चित्त प्रसन्न कैसे रख सकोगे और दूसरों को एक सम्मान से कैसे दूसरों के साथ व्यवहार करना है, इन सब बातों को लेके ही ये शिविर बने हैं.
और इससे फायदा हुआ है लोगों
हाँ,
ने
इससे
वापस जा करके इन सब चीजों को अपने जीवन में अमल किया है.
बिल्कुल, तभी तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आया है.
आपको लगता है ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आया है?
बिल्कुल आया है, बहुत लोगों पर आया है. इसीलिए तो ये शिविर चल रहे हैं, नहीं तो नहीं चलते. सिर्फ प्रवचन होता तो दूसरी बात होती. ये प्रैक्टिकल चीज़ है ना, कि आपको गुस्सा आया, गुस्से से आप कैसे बाहर आना है और वर्तमान में कैसे जीना है, मन को कैसे रखना, काबू कैसे लाना है, इन सब बातों को हमें अनुभव करना पड़ेगा. अनुभूति में जब उतरती है, प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस.
राइट. नाउ द अदर थिंग, जब आपकी बात आती है, आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग की बात आती है, जब भी हिज होलीनेस श्री रविशंकर की बात आती है, हमेशा सबसे पहली चीज जो सामने आती है वो है सुदर्शन क्रिया. ये इसका अनुकरण कहाँ से हुआ, इसका ओरिजिन कहाँ से हुआ, जरा ये बताइए. हाउ डिड दिस कम अबाउट?
यही जो प्रेरणा मैं बताता हूँ अंदर से, अंत प्रेरणा से, तो अंत प्रेरणा से तो आया, तो फिर उसी से सब लोगों को लाभ मिला.
No, but you really it came to you suddenly?
Yes, it is. Yeah. It is not something that I sat and juggled and made a intellectual gymnastics and formulated something. Not at all. Not at all. It's like an inspiration. अपने आप जो अंतस्फुरणा जिसको कहते हैं. फिर मैं कुछ लोगों को बताया था, तो वो और लोगों को बताते गए. इस तरह से word of mouth ही चला बहुत समय तक.
You know, he's making it sound so easy. This is
very easy.
This is amazing. I hope we are able to get him on exactly how he was able to organize the entire thing. Now, this is a magical grove. This is very beautiful. Amazing.
Come.
Thank you. When you first made this place, ये जगह जब आपने बनाई, आप इसी तरह यहाँ पे मेडिटेट किया करते थे?
हाँ. काफी ट्रैवलिंग में जाता था हमारा टाइम, मगर जब यहाँ होते तो यहाँ बैठ के ध्यान करते थे, कुछ बोलते थे.
And is this the place where you used to sit always? The place where you're sitting right now, or somewhere else, or?
Sometimes turn around near more close to the tree.
Right. Now, which is this tree at the back? This, of course, is the people tree, but which is?
That's it.
This is also a lovely one. I don't know. We'll probably ask somebody over here.
Yes.
Does anybody know what this tree is? There's bush at the back? No. All right. We will try and find it because this is very beautiful. really and truly beautiful. And you have these beautiful trees all around. I mean, really wonderful.
हाँ बताइए और
ये पौराणिक कथाओं में जो जिक्र आता है सेक्रेड ग्रोव्स का और एन्चांटेड फॉरेस्ट का जो आता है बिल्कुल
ऐसा लग रहा है ना हाँ सुबह तो बच्चे वैदिक चैंट करेंगे फिर चिड़िया सब घूमती है इधर मोर वगैरह भी है तो
There are peacocks as well, yeah.
यस
Brilliant. Fantastic. So,
बट नेचर इस तरह से प्रिजर्व हो ये हम चाहते हैं
and that too in a place like Bangalore. I mean, this is wow.
The amount of trees that are being cut is pathetic. We need to bring this awareness. This year, we are going to 50 lakh trees we are going to plant from Art of Living.
50 lakh trees, 5 million trees.
50 lakh पेड़ लगाने का विचार है इस बार सारे.
Where? All around Bangalore or all over the country?
All over the country.
All over the country. 5 million trees. Amazing. You also had a lot of people over here. Possibly, I think the largest crowd collected in history at one particular place just the other day. कुछ दिनों पहले आपकी सिल्वर जुबली के दौरान. There were 20 lakh people, 30 lakh people. How many were there?
25 to 30 lakh people were there.
And all of them came here and meditated together.
Absolutely. And there was no traffic jam. Can you imagine? Everybody went home very safe. Everything was fine.
Right. There was no traffic jam.
There was no traffic jam. There was no stampede. No problem. People had very good time.
30 lakh people in one place. And there was no traffic jam. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Now that itself, that itself shows that there is a divine power at work over here, which is, but not really. Jokes apart, the fact is it must have taken a lot of organization. Isn't that right? It must have really taken a lot of organization.
Yes, of course. There were thousands of volunteers who were involved in making it happen.
And all these people got together and they meditated and they sang songs.
Yes.
And you had how many? I think 3,600 odd musicians playing together or something like that?
Correct. You know, all the 3 days I did not speak at all. Because they had many speeches, but people were happy. Everybody was happy.
You mean to say in all
so
these 3
days...
they
came to hear me, but I never spoke a word. Other than we conducted some meditation. We had many dignitaries who all came and who gave some talks. We had music. So, you know, all this talking is immaterial.
We saw all that. Those musicians, we really saw that. I mean, that was... And is
you
it
know,
true?
when the connection happens from another level, what you speak becomes irrelevant. Because you're connected more on the level of the spirit. जब दिल से दिल मिल जाता है, तो बातों की क्या बात है?
तब बातों की क्या बात है? क्या बात है साहब? क्या बात है? लेकिन ये जो म्यूजिशियंस थे 3,500 इकट्ठे बजा रहे थे और
पहली बार हो ताकि साउथ इंडिया में म्यूजिशियन एक साथ होके बजाए ऐसी तो कभी हिस्ट्री में नहीं था आज तक. तो वो अपने में एक भगीरथ प्रयत्न था कि सारे म्यूजिशियन. और आप मानिए या न माने वो पहले दिन वही पहला रिहर्सल था उनका. पहला सॉन्ग जो बजाए थे सबने.
We heard that too.
That was a rehearsal. That was the first time they all played together on the stage.
And that was possibly the first time.
They came from all the 4 states.
But that was possibly the first time that they actually met also, isn't that right?
Yes.
And they played spontaneously.
And of course we had given what they should be playing. The songs were already decided and was announced. But it didn't involve much practice also.
Are you trying to tell me you had 3,600 musicians over here?
800.
3,800, all right. I'm sorry about the missing 200. 3,800 musicians over here, and they met for the first time on stage and performed without having met each other, without having rehearsed. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
And they did it so beautifully. Right. I tell you what,
that is really a miracle. Everybody was nervous. Behind the scene, people were nervous how this was going to turn out. Not me though. I know it is going to work.
Right. We absolutely must show this to you. We must show this to you again. You've seen it before. but we must show this to you again. All the 3,800 musicians playing together, meeting together for the first time, and then playing together. I mean, there was not a false note anywhere. And if there was, it was very well covered up because nobody could make it up. When did your interest in music start? Because we've seen
from
you...
childhood, my mother used to play on veena, so I was a music-loving family from the beginning.
तो आप गाते भी थे या आप कुछ बजाते भी थे या...
वीणा बजाता था मैं.
Do you still play the veena?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you still play the veena?
I just, do the strings a little bit sometimes in the year, once or twice. Don't get much time for it though.
And do you sing as well? Now and then? Like what? For instance, if something were to come to your head, you immediately start singing.
I just join when the bhajans are being sung in the satsangs.
What?
Sometimes I write bhajans, sometimes I sing myself.
Your own favorite bhajan, which is it? Which is your own favorite bhajan?
There is nothing like favorite bhajan for me. Every bhajan is wonderful.
I know that's a very mundane question.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have asked that, but all the same.
No, I usually, two things I usually don't tell anybody. What is my favorite bhajan and what is my favorite food. And I'll be in trouble.
Or what is your favorite movie?
Once a lady asked me, what's your favorite food? Or shall I make this and that? I said, okay, whatever, anything. I like everything. So she asked me, do you like doklas? I said, yes. And she made doklas for me. Not only that, she called everybody and said, Guruji likes doklas. Imagine wherever I go.
You only get doklas?
I only get doklas, morning, afternoon, evening. So there's been many such events. And,
tell me something, there was no pressure at all on you from your parents when you were growing up, when you were in college, when you were a kid? There was no pressure at all on you to get married, establish a family?
No, not like that. Perhaps my mother would have had those desires. But she was not very vocal or she didn't insist on any of this.
And you never thought about it either, of course?
No. I know this is going to happen.
You knew it was going to happen?
The movement has to happen. Knowledge has to go to people.
Right, now before we step into this beautiful grove while we were talking over there, when you have God knows how many million people who listen to you, who hang on to your every word, how did the organization take place? I understand there must have been some divine inspiration, but there must have been a core group, there must have been some people with you who must have really and truly worked very, very hard to build this up right in the beginning.
It's not so actually. It's when people are inspired, they form their group satsangs, they sit together, they meditate, they do their bhajan. Then their units are all formed. Chapters, they form the chapters. It's a very loose organization structure. I always felt that, organization should be like a frame around the picture. The frame should not eat the picture. Knowledge is the picture. A little bit organization is essential. And that much is happening. Then teachers are trained and they take care. So it all works.
So what essentially happened was, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Voluntary basis.
You started something and then everybody else took over and then the whole thing spread on its own. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sort of. Correct.
So when you become an art of living teacher, what is it that is expected of you?
To keep a smile, to be free from stress and to be compassionate and caring for the society. That's all.
The rest follows on its own. Is that what you're saying?
No, this is what is the real requirement of an art of living teacher. If you want to teach something, you should be first living it. It has to be authentic what you say. Otherwise, it won't be effective. If I talk about love and if I don't feel that, people can make out, We are completely against hypocrisy in teaching. Everyone will have to feel the stress-free, tension-free state. And for that, we give them a lot of training how to manage the mind.
Have you?
Then they are able to teach to others.
Right. We've seen that. We've seen that happening actually. But have you ever been in a really nasty conflict situation?
Look, situations have been, the conflicted situation come many times,
I'm
but I
talking about you
never got
yourself.
caught up in any of those situations.
You've never felt irritated, angry. You never
Not
felt
at
like
all.
hitting anyone,
No, absolutely not. Never.
even if somebody is very irritating.
Never got this tendency to hit anybody or get upset or shaky or even said any bad words to anyone. It's not happened at all. Sometimes I try to show anger, because sometimes anger is needed in when you manage a school or a building or construction project. But people don't really believe that I'm angry, and they start laughing, and I start laughing. So
Is that true? Is that really true? No.
so it's not been working too well for me.
And you've always been like this. Whenever we've seen you, I mean, whether you're addressing a satsang, whatever, I mean, your expression really, it does change a little bit, but it's either you're smiling or you're smiling more.
I'm meditating.
Right. This, in terms of meditation, now, we know that it all started way back, and a lot of people.
No,
got
I'm not
into-
saying no one should get angry. Anger is a good tool also, but I am not able to get it. That perhaps may be a weakness. I don't get angry, agitated, restless, shout on the top of my voice. These things I don't do it.
Not even when you see trees being cut down.
No, of course I am not happy about it, but somehow I cannot shout and that type of anger where you lose control of yourself. That has not happened. Many times I feel compassion for those greedy people and the people who do such nasty things. They are not educated. They need that education. And I feel, if someone is doing something wrong or a mistake is being committed in front of you, and you getting upset is not going to correct that mistake. We have to find way how we have to turn the mistake around. This comes to mind.
Right, now going back to music, you said you still get to play the veena now and then. And you also sing, you join in bhajans and stuff like that. You mentioned the fact that you watched Mera Naam Joker, you watched Sangam, you watched a film called Dosti. You remember any songs from Mera Naam Joker?
I don't know now. I don't
Do you remember any song from any Hindi film or any English film that you might have watched? I'm sure you must have watched My Fair Lady, and you must have watched The Sound of Music.
Ben-Hur, Sound of Music.
You watched Ben-Hur? Oh, amazing.
Ben-Hur, I see.
With Charlton Heston
Yeah.
and Stephen Boyd. Well, what did you like about Ben-Hur? The chariot race?
I mean, it's long ago. It's
Yeah, the movie was made way back.
way back I saw that.
In
But
1959,
those
when you were 3
impressions
years
doesn't
old.
stay in my mind. None of those impressions stay in my mind. None of
In
them.
terms of music, given a choice, what is the kind of music that really inspires you?
I like all type of music.
You also like rap? You also like the Western
Any
music?
music, Western music is fine as long as it's not too rajasic.
All right. Do you listen
But
to...
accommodate. In our satsang sometimes all the youngsters, they also sing, filmy music, and we welcome them all.
Do you join in there too, sometimes?
If I know the words.
What I'm trying to get at is, I'm trying to get you to sing something for us. It would be nice if you could, just a couple of lines of either a shloka or whatever, because the way it's sung is beautiful, because we've seen you do it. We've seen you do it on the day of Mahashivratri especially. On that day you are on a different mood altogether.
Yeah.
We've actually seen you dancing on stage when you go across. What happens to you at that time?
Actually, I don't know.
It's almost
just
like
very blissful. Yes.
it's almost like you're walking on air at that time. That looks like it.
Yeah, I think there is nobody at home at the time. Nobody home.
You
ये
have
अलग अलग भाव जो उठते हैं ना, हमारी चेतना के ही अलग अलग भाव है. जैसे एक मोर है, मोर के पंखे हमेशा होते हैं, मगर जब बारिश होता है तो वो पंखे खोल के नाचने लगते हैं. ऐसे हमारी चेतना में जो अलग अलग दैवी गुण हैं, सभी दैवी गुण हमारे में हैं. ऐसा नहीं कोई भगवान विष्णु वहाँ कहीं आसमान में बैठे हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. हमारी चेतना का ही ये अलग अलग गुण है, स्वभाव है. तो वो प्रकृति चेतना में वो अलग अलग, जब विष्णु का भजन होता है या शिव जी का होता है, वो इम्पल्सेस फिर जागने लगते हैं.
you have a great connection with Lord Shiva. शिव जी के साथ आपका एक कुछ खासा संबंध लगता है. लगता है, हो सकता है हम गलत बोल रहे हैं, ऐसी बात नहीं है. I could be wrong. Why is that?
नहीं, अपनी चेतना का गुण है ना शिवो हम, इसलिए कहते हैं कि हमारी चेतना जब शांत अद्वैत चेतना है, तो ध्यान की गहराई में जब जाते हैं तो फिर वही चेतना फिर निखराता है. जैसे एक लोहा है, उसको जब ज़्यादा गर्म करते हैं तो वो लोहा नहीं लगता है, फिर वो आग लगने लगता है. इसी तरह से यद भावम तद भवति, जैसे भाव होता है वैसे वो प्रकट होने लगता है हमारे. तो ये बहुत वैज्ञानिक भी लगता है मुझे. और बाकी ये सब साधन सामग्री सब वो भाव में हम अपने आप को मस्त करने के लिए है. नहीं तो बाह्य पूजा का इतना नहीं. हमारे देश में ये समस्या ये हो गई, हम बाहर पूजा कर करके कर्मकांड में उलझ जाते हैं, तो वो कर्मकांड से आगे निकलते ही नहीं. या डर के मारे पूजा करते हैं या किसी लोभ से पूजा करते हैं. ये दोनों मेरे हिसाब से गलत है. फिर उसका जो असली जो मज़ा है, आनंद है, खुशी है, वो नहीं हम हासिल कर पाते. तो इसलिए बाहर की जो भी पूजा है वो ये प्रिपरेशन है फिर अंदर मस्त हो जाने के लिए. तो मस्ती में डूबने लगते तो फिर वो जो भी देवी देवता का जो भी भाव है
जी,
या निर्गुण निराकार का हो, सरगुण सकार का, वो उसमें स्पंदन जैसे पानी में लहर उठता है ऐसे अपने आप उठता है. Nobody makes an effort to bring waves in the water. अपने आप जैसे वेव उठता है. तो एक हवा की झोंका आया तो लहर उठने लगे, ये होने लगता है. इसलिए हर एक आदमी में ये शक्ति जागृत है. जैसे कि हम हमारे देश में कहते हैं कि देवी जागरण, भगवती जागरण, विशाल भगवती जागरण
जी.
माने जैसे देवी सो रही हो, हम उनको जगा रहे हैं. बाहर के देशों के जो लोग इसको समझ नहीं पाते, तो भगवान सो रहा है तुम जग रहे हो, ये कैसा हो सकता है. मुझे बात ये सच है. पहले मनुष्यत्व जगता है आदमी में, तो मनुष्यत्व के बाद उसी व्यक्ति में फिर दैवत्व जागने लगता है.
और यही वजह है कि आप जेलों में भी जा रहे हैं, नक्सलवादियों से भी बात कर रहे हैं, आतंकवादियों से भी बात कर रहे हैं. उन सब का रिएक्शन क्या होता है जब
वो तो आपको
इस किस्म की बात होती है?
आपको खुद को सुनना पड़ेगा, और सब रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा, सुनना पड़ेगा. बहुत सुंदर है, बहुत सुंदर है. तभी तो मैं ये कहता ना, वो कबीर की जो वाणी है, बुरा देखने मैं चला बुरा ना मिलियो कोई. मगर दूसरा पंक्ति कबीर कहता है, मेरे से बुरा कोई नहीं बोलते, वो तो मैं नहीं राजी हूँ उससे.
I still remember at the time of I think it was just around the time when India and Pakistan had both gone nuclear. All of you had held something here in Bangalore. There was a big meditation, group meditation, which took place. About 20,000 people.
No, that was when India and Pakistan are at the verge of war.
Around Kargil.
कारगिल के टाइम पर यहाँ 60,000 लोगों को
60,000 people traveled
60,000
here.
लोगों का ध्यान हुआ, मेडिटेशन.
And that was on a weekend, Saturday and Sunday, isn't that right?
Correct.
And
It was on a
Monday,
Sunday.
and Monday, I think
The ceasefire happened.
The Pakistani army pulled back.
It may be just a coincidence, but I love to take credit for it.
But in your life, do you really believe in coincidences? Do you think there are things like coincidences? Or is it all a divine plan? Is everything just worked out?
डिवाइन प्लान तो है ही, नो डाउट अबाउट डिवाइन प्लान है, उसमें व्यक्ति का भी स्वातंत्र है, इंडिविजुअल ऑल्सो हैज हिज फ्रीडम, both are there. It's not either this or that. You know, that's where people are so caught up in so much philosophical debate, whether free will or destiny, free will or destiny. लाखों किताबें लिखी गई इस पर. But I'm saying life is a combination of both. Certain things are destined, certain things of free will is also there.
But you have a simple solution to that, isn't it? Could you tell us what that is?
No, I say that both are there. Both exist. See?
So how much is free will and how much is destiny?
See that.
And what is destiny and what is
sun
free
is
will?
shining now. This is destiny. But whether for you to be on the sun or holding an umbrella is your free will. Got it?
You also said somewhere that whatever's happened in your past is your destiny, and what you're going to do in the future is perhaps your free will. Is that true?
You know, when your thought is in direction with whatever is happening, you call it's my free will. When your thought, जो आपके विचार आ रहे हैं, वो यदि जो हो रहा है, होने के साथ यदि मिल जाता है, तो आप कहते हैं, मैंने सोचा सब हो गया. यदि हमारा सोच विरोध में रहे, सोच उल्टा रहे, जो हो रहा है उसके, तब हम कहते हैं, क्या मैंने कुछ सोचा, हुआ कुछ, ये मेरा कर्म है बोलते हैं. तो हमारा सोच ही फ्री विल या डेस्टिनी को डिटरमिन करता है.
Wow, wonderful.
That's good, no?
That's not just good, that's really great. In terms of your daily routine, if you could just talk about that. We're running out of time here, but in what happens? I mean, you must be waking up at a particular time, going to sleep at a particular time. I mean,
मेरा routine तो irregular है. Means I keep traveling quite a lot everywhere. So I'm not tied to a set routine. But generally, I require 2-3 hours of sleep and काफी है.
You actually sleep?
2-2.5 घंटे.
You actually sleep? Amazing.
दोपहर में आधा घंटा सो लेते हैं.
These guys let you sleep? All these people, they let you sleep? So how do you manage your time? I mean,
if I take lassi, I definitely need half an hour break.
But and how many times a day do you take lassi?
No, only one. If I take, not every day.
So how do you manage your time? I mean, there must be people who must be having to say no because there must be lakhs and lakhs of people wanting to meet you every day.
Yeah,
so you must be having to say no to a lot of people.
I try to see how much I can accommodate. I do that.
Or you don't say no, you just say day after tomorrow.
Correct. Postpone.
So what happens now in terms of, we're talking about free will here, what happens now to the art of living? And there's this huge campus in Bangalore, you are establishing a university, you're establishing schools, you're doing so many other things. So do you take
I'm
it
not
up to
very particularly attached to an organization. I don't even feel that, oh, this is my ashram, I am attached to this thing. No, there are many institutions in the world. This is one such institution. But I am much more than my institution or this institution. So there are people, volunteers who want to do service and they're all carrying on. I'm just a guest wherever I am.
All right,
Even
brilliant.
the planet.
Brilliant. Now, and does this thing get replicated elsewhere in case people want to do it? Or?
Definitely, absolutely.
Is it being
I
planned?
freely give advices and consultation to many other schools, colleges, institutions.
If you had a dream, I mean, I'm sure that lots of people do, and here I'm just asking you to speculate. Here I'm asking you to think like an ordinary person. What would it be for the country?
Country to be a lighthouse of spirituality for the world.
Isn't it that already? Isn't this place already a lighthouse of spirituality? That's what we believe in. That's what we
But there are
believed.
shades on the light now. It's either it's shut off or it's not really radiating to the world as much as it can do, it should. And I'm sure it will happen in the future. because we have forgotten our own spirituality. We think just some rituals are our spirituality. So we need to imbibe these values more. If you want me to tell what's my dream, I would say a violence-free society.
Is that possible?
Violence and hatred-free society. Any kind of hatred or violence.
Is that possible?
You have to work for the dream to make it possible.
That didn't exist even at the time of the Shiv Puran. Even when the Shiv Puran was written, it didn't exist even at that time.
No, if it didn't exist in the past, that doesn't mean it should never exist in the future. The planes never existed in that time, perhaps. So
They didn't? All right. We were told they did. We were told that everything that has been invented was invented here before. You know what I mean? As kids.
maybe they might have existed. So we can definitely
But a violence-free
look for
society.
a violence-free society.
Do you think that is possible?
I think we should work towards that goal, that dream. Of course, police and the courts of law may all go out of job. Is this your concern?
Journalists might get out of a job. We might have no job left. I mean, you know, you have no violence, you have no conflict, you have no tension. What are we going to show the whole day?
Yeah. That you have to think about. Maybe there are
Right.
more music.
More music. All news channels will close down. I'll be out of a job.
Don't worry, there's still time for it then.
Maybe many generations. Yeah, sure, we could have more music. And talking about music, I would request you before we let you go, or before you let us go, to sing something for us.
Why don't you take it some piece from where I sing with some music and all?
Sure, we'll do that too. But just a couple of lines. If you say no, I'll request you again.
अभी तो कुछ नहीं आ रहा है अभी तो तुम मीत हो तुम मीत हो तुम ही तो हो तुम मीत हो तुम ही तो हो तुम मीत हो तुम ही तो हो